Let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually thought about your hips? Yeah, probably never, right? Not until they start to hurt. But this joint, it's the powerhouse, the anchor for pretty much every move you make. So what happens when that anchor starts to give way? Well, the pain can completely change your life. The good news? The solution can too. Let's get into the incredible story of hip repair and recovery. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the hip's amazing design, then we'll look at what happens when it all goes wrong, we'll demystify the incredible surgical fix, walk through the recovery journey, and then finally, see what life looks like on the other side. It's a real journey from pain back to movement. Okay, first things first, let's talk about the hip itself. To really get why it breaks down, you first have to appreciate what a brilliant piece of engineering it is. Check this out. Think about your shoulder. It's built for mobility. You can swing your arm all over the place, right? Like throwing a baseball. Your hip, though, it has a totally different job. It's all about stability. It's designed to carry the entire weight of your upper body, day in and day out. And that difference is everything when it comes to understanding why hip problems can be so incredibly disruptive. And here's that brilliant design I was talking about, a classic ball and socket. The ball at the very top of your thigh bone fits snugly into the socket in your pelvis. You can almost think of it like a heavy-duty trailer hitch for your body. It's super strong, super secure, but it still lets you move smoothly. It's just an amazing design. So, with a design that's so strong, what could possibly go wrong? Well, like any high-performance machine, years and years of use, they take a toll. And there is one main culprit that's usually behind the breakdown. And here it is, osteoarthritis, or just OA. This is the big one. Imagine you've got this smooth, protective cartilage on your hip joint, kind of like the tread on a brand new tire. Well, OA is what happens when that tread wears away over time. Once it's gone, you're just left with bone grinding on bone. And that means friction, inflammation, and, you guessed it, a whole lot of pain. And that breakdown, you really feel it in your day-to-day life. It's that deep, nagging pain, often in your groin. It's that feeling of stiffness when you try to get out of bed in the morning. All of a sudden, simple things you never even thought about, like tying your shoes, become a huge challenge. And that limp people get, that's just your body trying its best to avoid putting weight on that painful joint. For a long time, severe OA basically meant a life sentence of pain and limited mobility. But modern medicine came up with a total game changer, a procedure that has given millions of people their lives back. It's called Total Hip Arthroplasty. Now, the key word here is replacement. This isn't about patching things up. Surgeons go in, they remove the worn-out, painful parts, and they swap them out for these incredibly durable, high-tech prosthetic parts. It's literally a parts replacement for your own body, and it gives you a brand new, perfectly smooth joint. So, how does it actually work? Well, you can break it down into 4 basic steps. First, the damaged ball at the top of the thigh bone gets removed. Then, they resurface the socket so it's a perfect fit. After that, the new prosthetic parts are carefully put into place. And finally, the new ball is popped right into the new socket. Boom, you've got a brand new, friction-free joint. The surgery itself is a modern marvel, no doubt about it. But it's only half the battle. What you do after the operation is every bit as important for getting a great result. This is where you really become an active partner in your own recovery. And this right here, this is why recovery is so important. For the first couple of months, your new hip is at its most vulnerable. The muscles and tissues around it are all healing and need to get strong again. The single biggest risk is dislocation. That's the new ball literally popping out of the socket. So, following the post-op rules isn't just a friendly suggestion, it's your #1 job. And these are the big ones, the golden rules. First, don't bend your hip more than 90 degrees. So that means avoiding those low, squishy couches for a bit. Second, don't cross your legs. And third, don't turn your foot inward on that operated leg. See, each of these rules is designed to prevent just one thing, putting your new hip in a position where it could pop out. They might feel like a pain, but they are your ticket to a smooth, successful recovery. So what does that recovery road actually look like? Well, it's a step-by-step journey. You'll probably be up and taking your first steps the day after surgery. Those first 6 weeks are really all about healing and protecting that new hip. By the 3-month mark, you're building some serious strength back. And by 6 months, for many people, that's when you're getting back to the life you really love. Which brings us to the best part of this whole story, life after the replacement. Because for the huge majority of people, this isn't just about feeling a little better. No, it's about a whole new beginning. I mean, just look at this number, 90 to 95%. That's how many people report having good to excellent results. What does that actually mean? It means getting your life back. It means being free from that constant grinding pain. It's honestly one of the most successful procedures in all of modern medicine, and for a very good reason. Now, your new hip is built tough, but it's not invincible. To make sure it lasts for years, even decades, you just have to be smart about your activities. Things with low impact like swimming, walking, golf, cycling, those are your new best friends. The stuff in the middle column, you might be able to do, but with caution. But the activities in that last column, we're talking running, high-impact stuff, those are probably best left in the past. They just put too much stress on the new joint. So in the end, a hip replacement isn't really about what you have to give up. It's about everything you get back. A life without pain, the simple freedom to move, and all the joy that comes with it. It truly is a new chapter, a new beginning. So the only question left is, what adventure are you going to start?